Hey everybody, welcome to today's live makeover. Today we have Emma in studio. I'm so happy she's our model today. We're going to be doing a really pretty bronzed, smoky glam look for summer on Emma today, so it's going to be fun. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So I've been working on her brows a little bit off camera, so I'm going to go into my brow palette and just finish the other side. So I have penciled them first. So we did the Anastasia dark brown pencil. So now I'm going to go in with the soft brown powder. So for a natural look, the pencil by itself is completely fine. It's great. But sometimes when I go more glam, or because we have all these studio lights in here, sometimes you can kind of see the skin through the pencil, if that makes sense. A second thing too, if you have a problem, if your skin's a little bit oily, or you just have the problem where your brows don't tend to hold up all day and you're using a pencil, you definitely need to set them with powder. Pencils are a wax base, so if you touch your face a lot or get oily, they'll kind of slide off. So for some people, pencils are great, they're all you need. Sometimes it helps to set them with powder. So this is also the Anastasia powder. This is the Pro palette, so it has all the shades, but you can buy each one individually. So this one is soft brown, and they come with a darker shade and a lighter shade in each shadal tone. And so I like to use the darker one on the midpoint to the tail, and then this lighter one I feather up through the front of the brows. You generally want the front of the brows to be a little softer. Emma has the best eyebrows. Oh my gosh, I was telling her before we started, I'm like, it is a pleasure to work on your eyebrows. They're amazing. So brows are done. I'll actually show you guys another little brow sculpting trick that we like, since I love Emma's eyebrows so much and I don't want to be done. I will show you my concealer shaping technique. Let me grab some of that. So I like to use, we'll use Tarte Shape Tape. So this is a full coverage concealer. So I just put it on a little palette, and then I like a flat brush. I'm going to use a square brush, but you can also use any synthetic flat brush. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of concealer, and we're going to go in and we're going to sculpt her brows. Actually, I want a shade lighter for under. Let's mix too. So you want to nail your shade. You want it to hit like a shade lighter than their foundation's going to be. Just mix these two. That's why it's nice to work on a little palette. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just sculpt out these brows and just draw a line underneath her brow just to emphasize this arch. Actually have you turn this way a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. This is such a good technique if you really like a sculpted tail. When you look at a beauty ad or something like that and the people just have this perfect brow, the perfection extends through the tail. A lot of people neglect the tail and it will look a little stumpy or feathered, kind of tapered off, but this is nice for that. So I just draw a little line and then I press it down to blend the concealer into the look. And do the same thing on top. And I'll do both sides, so if you can't see super well with this one, I'll do the other side. So I like the flat brush because the brush is already straight, so it's going to help me out. If you're using a rounded tip brush, you have to be a little bit more careful making your line. But when it's flat like this, it already naturally is making a really straight line, so that's great. So I draw it on like that, and then I'm just going to take the brush and press upward to blend it. I don't always do this because it takes a little bit more time. And like on myself, I definitely don't do this day to day. But when I'm doing more of a glam look or a look that's going to be photographed close up, this is a really great thing to do. And if you want, you can feather it with like a fluffy blending brush. As you can tell, this brow just looks a little more sculpted than the other side. It stands out a little bit more. It's like a little Barbie eyebrow. It's very perfect. Do you get your what do you do to maintain your brows? Do you, because I plucked them for you today, but do
I
you usually
don't
get them shaped or nothing?
Not really, no. It's not at the top of my priorities, so it tends to not happen, no.
You're just blessed with great brows.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think I've plucked them like a couple times when they're getting too bad, but quarantine is kind of just let them do their thing, right?
I know, I saw a meme when everything first was shutting down, and it's like, all right, ladies, we can finally grow out our eyebrows. Don't pluck. Because sometimes it takes that if you are the type, like you don't have this problem, but if somebody's like overplucked or something like that, you kind of just have to stop shaping them and let everything grow back in and start over. That's probably why you have such good brows, is you don't really do anything.
Yeah.
So your beauty tip is just to not.
Don't do anything.
Just do nothing.
No. Yeah, my sister and my mom both have pretty light eyebrows, and then I don't know why mine are so dark, but
I love them.
thank you.
And both her sister and her mom have been on the channel.
Yes.
So we're happy to have Emma today. And this one I'm blending as I go. Just gonna connect these two, make a nice little tail on that side. Sculpt it up. Okay. We'll be done with that and we'll move on to the shadow. So we're going to do a smoky eye on Emma today. I had a request to use the Tati Beauty palette, so this is what we're going to do today. This is a great palette for bronzes and golds. It's her neutral palette, so it has all your shades that you need. It has a pop of maroon, it has a pop of orange, and then it has your blacks, and these grays are actually really fun too. They look good on you.
Thank you.
Great. I'll have to do another video using the grays. We're going to do the nudes. So I'm going to go ahead and start by just going in with this color. This is in the Soothe column. This is kind of a cool palette. These each row is a tone and they stay consistent within that tone, and then each row going horizontally is a texture. So for example, all of the pinks, like the maroons, it's all the same tonal family, but the bottom one's matte, then you have a shimmer, a metallic, and a glitter. So it's consistent in every row, which is cool. So we're gonna go in with the warm brown tone. Oh, everyone in the comments, hello. Everyone's saying hi to Emma. How does she already look so good in her before picture? I know, Emma, you cutie. Okay, go ahead and close. She's gorgeous. So I'm just, when I do a smoky eye, I do my transition color all over the lid. So I'll just start building it. So I go in with a fluffy brush, and we are just gonna start near the lash line and apply this all over the lid. And you can be messy with it. We're doing eyes first. So we can go ahead and get really near those lashes and really work this color in. And when you're working with a high quality eyeshadow, it's going to be so much easier to blend. The formula of these shadows blends really nicely. So I like to create depth on the lid space for my smoky eye first. That's my first goal. And then we're going to go ahead and just bring that up into the crease. I like to bring it up into the brow. Since this is a medium tone shade, it's not too dark, we can bring it up pretty high. Another thing too, go ahead and open your eyes, Emma. So with Emma's eyes, working with her face shape and her eyes, looking at her, I know that I can bring a lot of color over here too with her eye space. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Go ahead and close. I usually always like to extend my shadows out. It's flattering on every face shape. And then just depending on the way the eyes are on the face, I'll also bring it in too. So we're going to go in near her tear duct. We're going to bring it up in the brows. You can even go down onto the nose a little bit if you want to pre-contour it. So that's looking great. So each step I do, we're going to blend as we go. It's going to make it so much easier versus packing all the shadow on and then blending it out. And that's actually how I was taught in makeup school. When we did a smoky eye, you would go in with your very darkest color first, you'd pack it all over the lid, and then you would blend after. And so I did that for years, and as I, had more practice and started doing my own thing, I find this technique so much easier. And it looks better too. So that's kind of my how I go about makeup. I just blend as I go. It just makes it easier for you if you begin with the end in mind. If you know what look you're trying to create and just create it in a way that makes sense. And even if you're not the type to do eyes first, generally if you do your foundation first, if you want to do a look with glitter or with deeper shadows, I highly recommend trying eyes first. Okay.
Just so you don't get the dark circles that you've tried to hide away, right?
Oh, exactly. That's the worst. Then you have to wipe your concealer off and then start over.
So you just end up doing foundation twice, which is what we all want to do, right?
Right? I know. Your sister said you liked playing with makeup, Emma.
Yeah, so I don't wear it out a lot just because I don't have the confidence.
Really?
Yeah, for some reason some people are like, oh yeah, when I wear makeup, I get more confident. And that happens. But I've just had so many experiences of people being like, oh, you're doing this wrong, that I just kind of stopped wearing it out as much.
Aww.
Yeah.
Like at school, people would say stuff?
I'm actually homeschooled, so
Okay.
it's more like at like theater events or
Oh.
like that kind of stuff. Or just like random people who are like, that's not right. I'm like, I just met you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's horrible.
Yeah, so I'm slowly trying to build up my confidence. I love doing eyeshadow a lot.
Yeah.
And so, because I have to wear a mask at work now, the eyeshadow is where I
so
get
fun.
all the
Yeah.
where I get all
Go
the
for
joy,
it,
right?
man.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I say go for it.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's sad when people are closed-minded. I'll get my commenters and viewers are the kindest. They always leave such nice comments, but every once in a while I'll get kind of a weird comment on a video, and a lot of times it's on sometimes when I do older women, if I ever do a shimmer, they're like, you can't wear shimmer, you can't. And it's like, why do you want to live your life? Like, that's so sad to live behind all these like imaginary boundaries. Like, you can't do this, or this is wrong. Makeup is amazing because, I mean, there are rules, but nothing's wrong. And it washes off at night. It's not even like hair color. Like, okay, you wanted pink hair. Like, oh, now you have not. Oh, I love pink hair. But like, it's gonna be hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
Like, you could paint your face a rainbow, and then at night it washes off, and it's totally fine. Like, it doesn't hurt anyone. So I'm super sorry you had those experiences.
Yeah. So it's just trying to like build up that confidence again. Yeah. And like, I love playing with makeup like so much. It's just, and like, you get better the more you do it, but you're just scared of that, going through that like time when it's not as good as everyone else's or whatever.
Well, I'm sure you're amazing at it, and I'm sure it's good. But yeah, it just takes practice to learn. And it's deceiving. I think a lot of people are conditioned with what they see online and social media. And it's like, maybe they'll wear a heavy face of makeup, like they'll play around with a smoky eye and do a lot. But then they take their photo in either a bunch of studio lighting, a ring light, or near the window in a way that like washes it out and kind of makes the skin look perfect. It's just like, I think people aren't used to seeing makeup in real life. Like, there's going to be texture and I don't know. And so they think it's wrong, but I like the movement. I feel like a lot of people more are into unedited stuff or just not trying to Photoshop the makeup on.
Just let the makeup be makeup. Like, let it.
Yeah, exactly. What do you like to do? Like, what you like eyes?
I love eyes. And then, like, that's mainly what I focus on. I have pretty bad acne. So I try not to wear foundation and stuff as much just because if it's really bad, I don't want to, like, cake it on more.
Yeah.
But it's also nice with the mask that it just hides all the acne.
Yeah.
Because it's mainly on my cheeks. So...
You honestly, you have really good skin, Emma.
Thank
You don't,
you.
like, I wouldn't even say you have acne. Everyone gets little breakouts here and there.
Yeah.
We're our own worst critics. Go ahead and close.
Honestly, yeah. It's just our own mind wants to tell us all the reasons why we're not good enough. It's great.
I know, it's so sad. It's such a waste. And, like, you'll look back, even, like, 5 years from now, and you'll be like, what was I thinking? My skin was amazing.
Great.
Like, I feel like we're just so hard on ourselves in the moment. But it's such a bummer. It's just a waste not to enjoy the good things about you. Like, so people pay for the skin, Emma. It is so smooth. Her texture is amazing. It is great. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We went and we did the dark shadow. So I just did 2 shades. I did the 2 mattes is all we have done so far. I did this lighter caramel brown to go with the bronziness, and then we went in with this darker brown. And the darker browns are a little bit harder to blend. They want to go on a little more patchy, so you do have to be gentle with them and blend as you go. And then we're going to top it with a gold. Emma has, you have really pretty, almost like little amber flecks. Like, you have warmer undertones in your eyes that are really pretty, and you have more of a cool toned hair color. So it's kind of fun. I feel like you could do both. That's why when I was looking at you, I'm like, well, I plan to do bronze, but I feel like you'd be really pretty with the silvers too. But I think we'll play up the amber in your eyes. So I think I'll do one of these. We might go to the orange column and do that coppery gold. That would be very pretty on you today. But first we'll do the liner, and then we'll top it with the glitter. We will say hello to our live chat. Oh, hi, Jamie. She said, Emma, your makeup is so good. You need to go out anyway. Who cares what people say? They're dumb. Totally.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're amazing. Yes, and Marcy says you were blessed with good eyebrows. Great eyebrows. Hi, Jamie. Miriam says those people aren't worth worrying over. People will just be negative. If you like it, then do it. I agree. Great advice. Someone else says, you're such a beautiful girl. Don't listen to all the haters.
Thank you.
Yeah, more people are saying people will always be negative and rude. You need to ignore all of it. And it's I just feel like when someone says something like more unkind or more rude, that's what you remember, which is such a bummer. Because a million people can be like, Emma, you're amazing. Your skin's amazing. Your makeup looks great. But those don't stick as much as the one negative one.
Yeah, it's like the arrow that pierces your heart.
I know. But it's way more telling about them than it is about you. I think a great life skill is to learn to let those small percentage of negative comments roll off and more absorb the positive ones. My philosophy too is like, I don't know, people's opinions don't really get to me. It's more like I have my core circle, my husband, my family. It's like, okay, I care what they think because I love them and they love me and they know me. Everyone else is like, whatever.
They actually care about me, not just what others see.
Exactly. So you do theater.
Yes.
That is so fun.
Yeah. I've been doing theater since I was 9 years old. My mom started having me and my sister do theater because I refused to order a sandwich.
Oh my gosh.
And so she was like, you have to break out of your shell. We're going to sign you up for a theater. So she didn't tell me and my sister. She was like, because where we first started doing theater classes was at a library. They had a little theater on the side, and so they were doing classes there. And so my mom was like, oh, we're going to go to the library. And I was already like not happy because I don't like reading as much because I'm dyslexic, so it like hurts more. So I'm like, my mom's going to force me to get a book. I'm going to have to. And then we get there. She parks her car. She goes, so we're actually not going to the library. We're going to be going to the theater. And you and Mia are going, my sister Mia, are going to be taking a class. And I cried. For like, she was there 20 minutes early because she knew
you would cry.
Both of us
knows
would cry.
Your doll. Oh my gosh. Look down for me and open.
So, it was terrifying. And I had some of the best teachers. So we get there, and I'm freaking out because I hated talking to people, and I hated what people thought of me and all that stuff. And so I was little 9-year-old freaking out.
9-year-old Emma.
And so we get there, and my 2 teachers, they're a husband and wife, and they were so nice, and they just kind of showed me that theater was something that was fun.
Yeah.
And their biggest thing was, you're not you on stage, you're the character. And I was like, I get to not be me for like 20 minutes. This is the best day ever. So
look over this way. Good. Okay, keep telling me.
So I loved it after that, and that's what kind of roped me into theater, was that beginning acting class. I did a scene with a girl who was there for maybe 2 rehearsals. She didn't even show up for the show.
No way.
Yeah, the teacher, the wife, had to do the scene with me because she didn't come to the show.
Wow.
And it was still one of the best things, and so I really hold them to a very like high degree, because they kind of introduced me to the theater, and not like in a scary way, but in a, this is fun, this is a good thing.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Good job your mama for knowing what
knowing everything, right? Yeah.
Showing up early so you could process.
So we could process everything. It's great. Oh.
That's so good.
Yeah, so I was doing classes at that theater for a while, but it took me about a year to audition for my first ever show, and it was Pinocchio.
Okay,
and
cute.
I was an ensemble member, and I honestly didn't know if I was going to get cast or not, because my dad auditioned for the same exact show with the same exact company when he was about like 12, I think, and he didn't get in. And so I was like terrified that I wasn't going to get in, but I ended up getting in. Me and Mia had a duet together at one point. It was one line.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so
open for me, kind of look this way.
And so it like helped us, and I've been hooked ever since.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so good. Go ahead and look this way. How cool.
Yeah, so I'm still an introvert. I still like to be alone in my room watching YouTube.
Yeah.
But like, it's fun to just go on stage and just let yourself go and just not worry about what other people think.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being an introvert, but it's nice to have that outlet.
Yeah.
Especially when you feel like you can step outside of yourself and like, okay, now I'm the character. This is fun.
Yeah, and now I'm Captain Hook. now I get to yell when I've never yelled in my life.
Were you Captain Hook?
I was, for a show. So when in Peter Pan, they usually have Peter Pan be a girl.
Okay.
Because Peter Pan's younger, and so the voice fits more with females. But because we were a children's theater, the director wanted to have Peter Pan be a boy because they were still in that vocal range. They were the age of Peter Pan.
Okay.
But he
Close to me.
didn't want to take the opportunity of giving a female role just because Peter Pan is such a male-heavy show.
Yeah.
So he decided to change Captain Hook into a girl.
I love it.
And so I got cast as Captain Hook, and it was one of the most terrifying things of my life, but it was probably one of the best things that's ever happened. I still have people who call me Captain Hook because they're like, how I met them was we did a showcase at the school that the director taught at. And so I met a bunch of my friends there. And so they'll still like bring up, oh, you were like the best Captain Hook. Like, I couldn't see anyone else play that role. And so it's just, and I have like so much Captain Hook things in my room now because like all my friends were gifting me stuff. And so when I was actually, before this, I was in a production of Peter Pan as well, and I was the crocodile. So I got promoted from the crocodile to Captain Hook.
That's awesome.
And so
that's a big role.
Yeah.
He's like, the main guy as much as Peter Pan.
Villain, yeah. So that was a lot of stage time, and probably my worst mistake was during tech week. I would take off the hook because I couldn't do stuff with the hook on.
Right, obviously.
And I forgot it in the dressing room.
So you went on stage?
So I went on stage. Luckily, it was like a 2-minute scene.
Yeah.
And so I go on, and I'm like, what is going on here? And so that was interesting, and I confused my pirates so much because they're like, why is your hand behind your back? And I was like, just go with it.
Yeah, oh my gosh. You probably walked on stage and were like mortified, but then it's like the show must go on kicks in, and you're like, okay, gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah. Luckily, it was only tech.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like during a show.
That's good. Oh, and gotcha. It was like sort of a rehearsal.
Yeah, so it was like when like all the costumes, sound, lights, all that kind of stuff. So you run it like you would a show.
Yeah.
But then it's not. And so that was a time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
good. Good to get it out way.
Yeah, after that, I would keep my hook, like, on my skirt all the time, and I'd, like, be there waiting in the wings. I'd be like, where's my hook? And I'm like, my hook! So it was always there, so I never went on stage without it again.
That's good.
Yeah.
Lesson learned at the right time.
Learned.
Okay, we're doing glitter. It's gonna be fun.
I love glitter so much.
So what makeup do you love? What are your favorite brands?
So I don't really go by brands.
Okay.
I just kind of go by what I like. My sister got me a Jeffree Star palette for Christmas.
Aww.
And I think I use that so much. Because, like, before, it was just, like, makeup at Hot Topic or, like, the cheapest things at, like, CVS.
Right.
And so having, like, an actual, like, palette, the Jeffree Star X Morphe is what I use all the time, and I love it so much.
What a great sister.
Yeah. Oh, I have the best sister.
That's so fun.
Yeah, we're like super close because we're 11 months apart, so we were basically raised as twins.
That's so nuts. So were you in the same grade?
No.
Okay.
We were grades apart. We were a grade apart. But a lot of the math classes, because she didn't, so for math, I would go a grade ahead, and so we could do that together, because if she didn't understand something, I could help, like, explain it to her, because I understood math really well.
She was more like the English.
Yeah.
The reading.
The reading in English that I didn't understand as much. And she was, like, reading, like, high school level books in, like, 2nd grade, and I was like, okay, reading like a comic book, but it's just we all have our strengths, right?
Oh, totally. No, math is like an amazing strength to have.
I love
That's
math.
so good.
Algebra 1 is probably my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
I love algebra.
That is so cool.
Yeah, geometry I didn't like as much just because I don't want to prove why a triangle's a triangle. Just let me do the math.
Yeah. I don't want to prove. It's obviously a triangle.
Yeah,
I see it on the page. It looks like.
Yeah, our teacher had because when we would do the proofs, he was like, "Okay, so how'd you come to this conclusion?" And we're like, the really, really looks like it property, like, just let us
go ahead and close. That's awesome. That's so great that you love math.
Yeah,
it's a good skill. So we popped on the glitter. Glitter is messy. This is a very, very chunky pressed glitter, which I like. It's fun to work with. But if anyone watching or you, Emma, do glitter and it's like you're having a hard time with it being messy, go ahead and close. Glitter glue works really good. I have one by NYX, and sometimes I'll pop it on over the eyeshadow that I've done just where I want to put on the glitter, and that works really well. And I wanted to darken up her inner corner, so I just did a little smudge brush and I took that darkest brown and put it on the inner corner. And I actually have started mixing, for her eyeliner, I started mixing the black and the brown from that same palette. So we've stayed in that palette. It's looking gorgeous. So I'm going to set that liner all now with black. Go ahead and close. So now that the glitter's on, I'm just going to press some black right up against her lash line. a powder is liner, it's a little bit softer. But I did do a gel liner. We did a brown gel liner. I really like the way that looks. And then we're going to do a thicker lash on her, and the band of that is going to be black and a little bit thick, so that'll help things too. Look up for me. Good. Look over this way. Perfect. Good. Look over that way. Perfect. Good. Look forward. Awesome. And then we're going to set the bottom waterline with the brown. So the top we did black, the bottom we're going to do brown. And I already have done my gel liner, so I'm just going to set everything with the brown. You have such pretty eyes.
Thank you. Yeah. I've had glasses since I was like 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, they get hidden away a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's funny because we've been working on you without your, I forgot you had glasses actually. Your glasses are so cute. We'll have you put them on too so you can see that everyone can see your after with your cute glasses too.
Yeah. Because I knew I wanted the clear glasses because I've had the thick like nerd glasses for like ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really want to change it up, but I don't know what to do. And my friend was like, get clear glasses. And
They're
I was
so
like,
cute
oh
on
my gosh, I'll do it. And then I actually didn't find a pair in the women's sections I liked. It was actually in the men's section.
Really?
Yeah.
They're so cute though.
Thank
Look
you.
forward a little bit.
Yeah, I found them in the men's section at Walmart, so sponsor.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Well, they're adorable. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Holy lashes, Emma. They're so long.
Yeah, I love my lashes.
They're
like
great.
They're super long.
They're so long. Do they hit your glasses?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Especially
whenever
if
you
I
wear
have, like,
mascara. Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
like, ugh. You can look down, but don't close.
Okay.
And just stay looking down.
Yeah, I have to be like really picky with my mascara just because I'm like, because my sister has this one really lengthening one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if I wear it, it just looks like spiders on my eye. Like,
you're like, don't want lengthening. You're the only one in the world. Like, does this mascara lengthen? Okay, I don't want it.
Don't want that.
Only thick.
Only thick. The length is fine. Just let me.
We're gonna have to curl these because we're doing like a lash on you.
Yes.
It's gonna be beautiful, but we'll get your lashes or your glasses on later, and I'll curl them so that they don't hit your.
Thank you.
Because that will drive you just absolutely bonkers if they're hitting your glasses all day. Look down for me. Have you ever seen these lash tools to put on the lashes?
Oh.
I'm loving it today. So I'll show you guys too. I'll show the camera. So instead of using tweezers or your fingers to put on your lashes, this is like a little lash tool. This one's by Lily Lashes. She makes really great luxury lashes, but I've seen these in a lot of different brands, but it's curved to, go ahead and look down again. It's curved to fit the shape of your own eye. So you're just able to press them in. And I used them once long ago when I got them. I didn't like them, but I am loving using them on you today.
Yeah, my first time ever wearing fake lashes was when I was this silly girl in Beauty and the Beast. And so that was, so like the girls were like, oh, it's Gaston. That was me and my sister and then a friend of ours. We were the three silly girls.
That's what your sister said, and you wore a wig, right?
Yes. Oh, I had the best wig. It was
Look down
giant
again.
and it was super blonde. And it was giant, and it wasn't hairsprayed at all, so it just bounced everywhere. Like, it genuinely
Keep looking down.
looked like curly fries. Like, I called it my curly fries wig.
I feel like I've seen those wigs
Oh.
at the like costume store.
Yeah. They were, it was amazing. And so I played it into my character a lot. I was the dumb blonde, and I was the one who like really wanted Gaston, and then I was just like along for the ride. Oh, I was so dumb. It was so fun.
That is so great. What a fun play.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna check in on the comments. My phone's a little frozen. Oh, hi, cute Lena. Okay, Lena says the NYX glitter glue is fantastic. It is. Marcy says, I love glitter, but it's the spawn of Satan. Glitter gets everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Glitter is probably, like, it's glitter and bobby pins that are just everywhere in the theater. Like, you're never...
That's hilarious. That's so true.
Yeah, like...
That's so funny.
They're everywhere. And, like, they're everywhere, but nowhere. Like, whenever you need one, it's gone. But, like, the second you don't need one, there's, like, 15. And you're like, what's going on?
I'm just going to do some bronzer on Mia's chest. We're going to make her a total glow girl.
Yeah.
This is Body Blur by Vita Liberata. This is amazing. It's like summer essential. This on legs, amazing. Amazing. Because it's not a foundation. Like you're getting a little bit of coverage, but not really. But it's just like a bronze glow. Mm-hmm. But it's not glittery. It's more luminous.
Oh.
So you're just like a glowing little summer goddess right now, Emma. I love it. So I'm just using a super big brush. I'm just diffusing it on the body. Gorgeous. Just gives a bit of life. It's fun when I do golds and stuff in the eyes. It's fun to do like other bronzes on the body.
Just like pull it all together, right?
Yeah, exactly. I love it. This one's the shade Latte. So this shade where, I mean, you're probably more fair than this, but it just gives you like a little bit of a bronzy glow. So I always do that before foundation because it's going to alter her skin tone slightly. So if I was doing this for like a bride or if you have a special event or whatever, you would do it on any skin that's exposed. You have longer sleeves, so we're not really worried about it. But anything up here that's seen, you can do shoulders. It's pretty. It's just glowy. Like I said, you can go to town and do your whole body if you want to. It's funny, I feel like stuff like that used to be reserved for like photo shoots or whatever. It's like people would do the body makeup. Like you do full body. Like if you're hired to do something like that, like any skin that's seen is your job. But now, I mean, not day to day, but it's like people know about those tricks and stuff. So if you want to feel like just extra glam, it's like, go for it. Rub some glow on your legs. Feel awesome. There's a drugstore product. It's called Sally Hansen. It's like leg makeup. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it.
And me and my friend, when we were in college, we were like obsessed.
Really?
Because we both worked so much and we didn't, like, I didn't want to tan and we just didn't have time to get tan. So we would, like, if we ever went to the pool, we'd put on our sunscreen and then we'd put on that. And you just look super, like, bronzed and glam. And that one is a little bit of a body makeup. We loved it. We're like, we're so cute right now. It works pretty good. They still sell it. It's a good product.
And so you look tan without having to go through it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's a little bit waterproof. Like if you were to soap and water it off, it'll come off, but you can get in the pool and it stays on. I still do it sometimes when we go to the beach. I'm like, I'm really pale. I'll put on my chest.
We've been inside for a little bit. Let's pretend like we were.
I know, let's pretend.
Let's pretend like we're getting some vitamin D.
Okay, so this is the NARS foundation. We blended a couple shades. And I'm just putting it on with the brush. But look how, your skin, it's so smooth, right? It's so good. Okay, check on the comments. Oh, Miriam loves the gold on you. Oh, Meg said, Julie, you have the most fun friends. Aw, fun fact actually about my channel. I have the best models and I love them all, but I meet them like a half hour before we go live. So producer Kelly's been finding the models for me lately. Some of them I know. A lot of them go to church with me, but in the past too, I would just put out on Facebook groups like model calls. So a lot of my models I don't know, but they're all so great and I'm so lucky. And Emma, you are adorable. We're so happy to have you today. Oh, I'm obsessed. You need to come over more often. Okay, I love doing your makeup. This is so fun.
I will.
Bring your Jeffree Star palette. Everyone loves his makeup. I've never used it.
Okay, I'll bring it and you can try it out.
He just came out because I follow. Do you follow Trin Mood on Instagram?
No, I don't.
Okay, Trin Mood is fun. Her account. She just will talk about all the new makeup releases that are going to come out, and she'll swatch everything and stuff. And I like to see like what's trending in makeup and stuff, so I like her account.
Yeah.
But I did see everyone loves the new Jeffree Star palette. It's all grays.
Yeah, the gray.
Yeah. And it looks like a good color story because grays are really hard in makeup. And I've heard his formula is good too.
Yeah,
Go ahead and look down.
He loves to do like whatever is hard. Like I think he came out with like a purple one, which are all, and then now the gray one. Oh, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, whatever's hard in makeup too. Because good purples are hard, huh? To get. That's funny. That's cool. Look for it. Gorgeous. Oh. I have another wipe. I guess there's so many wipes. I'm out of my little pads for my micellar water. That's usually what I use.
Oh.
It's good stuff. Okay, clean up under the eyes. So you have to babysit this glitter. It is messy. So, I mean, this one's pretty good. It really hasn't migrated. And I chose not to use the glitter glue, so it's more likely to fall. But you really just want to get rid of this glitter before you go in with concealer and stuff like that, because it's going to be harder to get rid of it. And we are under super ultra HD cameras. We're in 4K, so I'm sure you guys can see every speck of glitter that my eyes can't even see. It really is crazy, like camera technology and stuff like that. It's like my eyes don't even see what like I'm showing you guys. Okay, we're gonna mix these two. So these two concealers that we did for her eyebrows, we're just gonna go into the lighter one. Shade name fell off. I might mix one more. So this lighter shade, I want to go 2 to 3 shades lighter to highlight her. So we're going to go in with this, but I'm going to mix a teeny bit of the darker one just so it's not too washed out. They're still laughing about the glitter. Linda says you'll find it around till the end of time. It's true.
Oh, yeah.
But luckily it's beautiful. Like you can't be sad if you look at glitter.
Mad when there's glitter everywhere.
You can be a little mad depending on where it is.
Yeah, it's... Oh, there was some production. I forget what, but there was just one dress was just glitter, and I was so... I loved it, but also you get sick of it there's glitter for weeks after.
So fun. I love that though. That'd be so fun about theater, all the costumes and the hair and the makeup.
Yeah, my mom did a lot of costumes for a few of the productions me and Mia were in. And so when I was actually Captain Hook, she was the main costume person.
Wow, go Mama Marcy.
Yeah, she loves sewing and all that stuff. And she's like really good at it. And so it was really nice to have, like, because, like, instead of, like, only being able to, like, fix stuff at rehearsals, it was like, okay, Emma, your costume is going to be at home because I need to spend all the rehearsal time with Peter or Jane and Michael or whatever.
That's nice. Yeah, she had your at-home costume designer. That's great. Sewing's a really good skill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pinch my little, this is my under-eye concealer brush. Love. This is the It Cosmetic. It just buffs everything in. So for the nose highlight, it's like a fluffy brush. So I just pinch it so it makes like a really skinny little line. And then that's what I'm going to do the nose highlight with. For your highlight, you don't have to be as precise for the nose. If we contour it a little bit, which I probably will, then you want to be a little more accurate. Would you guys in the comments like to see some cream contouring? Should we just go for it on Cute Emma today and just go full? Let me know and we'll do some contouring. Okay, Jamie loves the lash tool. I really liked it on you today. It worked really great. It got in there easier than the tweezers. I'll list it below. Miriam said the lash tool is really cool. I used to always poke myself with tweezers on accident. That's a bummer. Yeah. You want to poke your eyes. I'm sorry. So your eyes are okay.
Yeah, she would make me do her lashes sometimes because she was like, I can't.
Oh, that's funny. This would be good for you. If you have a tendency to poke your eyes, quit the tweezers, because it's rounded. It's more like a gentle edge. It's not like sharp like a tweezer. And it's wider. Like when something's more narrow, you're more likely to poke yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, Lena loves Tarte Shape Concealer. Yes, best for sure. Oh, and Lena wants contour. Okay, they're wanting contour. And Maggie Meg says your skin tone is so even. See, it's all in our own heads. Like, you have great skin.
And Julie?
Yes.
I think there's a few questions up above from Lena, Linda, and Jamie.
Okay.
Just next time.
I'll scroll up. So producer Kelly said I missed a couple questions. So once I get this contour on, I'll scroll up and get them. Thank you, Kelly. Sometimes it's hard for me to see all the comments, so I'll scroll up and I'll grab those ones, but if I still miss them, ask them again. Okay, we're gonna use, this is a really great contour palette if you want to have more of bronzy tones. This is Scraftobian. This is the Warm Palette number 3. They're all very, very bronzy for a contour. So these 2 dark shades, they tend to use a lot. I like the tones in them. So I'm just gonna mix these together on my little palette. And we're gonna go in, this is a Luxie brush. This is number 504, they're large angle. And I love a synthetic brush for my creams. So anytime I'm working with creams, I love a synthetic brush. It doesn't absorb the excess product and I feel like it blends a lot nicer. So we're just gonna work in this contour. I love a good forehead contour, and I really like to contour these edges. You do too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't? So I learned a tip. Do you know who Faces by Rob is?
Yes.
On Instagram?
Yes.
He is the makeup god. Like, if you are wanting someone to follow on Instagram, look up Faces by Rob. Like, he's just a sculptor of the face. But I was watching like a class he did. He goes live on his Instagram and he says he likes to contour the sides of the forehead more so. Like he'll do the top, but he really focuses on the side. So I've been trying that out and I really like it. I feel like it enhances the bone structure a lot more than just focusing on like that arch, like getting it too heavy on the top. Because kind of the whole point of contouring is to really like bring the face forward and not slim things out per se, but sculpt them. I really like it. Another tip for cream contouring, go ahead and turn for me, is I actually bring it, so here's her cheekbone. If she was to like make a fish face or something like that, there you go. Down here, I tend to not actually contour that low. I feel like it drags the face down. It makes the cheeks look a little hollow. So when I'm doing a bronzy contour, I go slightly above that. I will go in there a little bit, but it's like that's where I stop. Instead of going lower, I contour from that line above. Because this is where our bronzer would be. Our bronzer, go ahead and look forward. So contour and bronzer are different. Contour, you're going right in the hollows where the shadows would be. Bronzer, you're going where the sun touches. So sun is going to touch your high points actually, and the contour is going to be more in the low points. So when you contour and bronze together, you sort of have to meet in the middle of those places, if that makes sense. So I'll do this side and it will make a little more sense, but let me scroll up and grab one of those questions. Okay, let's see. Okay, great tip about blending as you go. Yes. Let's see. Oh, Lena says, love the smoky golden shadows. Okay, does the Tati Beauty palette come close in comparison to the Morphe 350 natural palette? The colors look very similar. I was wondering if you tried it. So I actually haven't. I love Morphe brushes, but I actually haven't tried their palettes at all. But I have seen them online, and their warm palettes do look similar to this one. So I'll hold up this palette again next to Emma's face. Try to open it without getting bronzer on it because I have bronzer in my hand. So a lot of these like warmer tones you'll find in a lot of warmer palettes. What's kind of unique about this palette though is the pressed glitters. I don't know if Morphe does those. They're very chunky. They're very, very, very glittery. It's like they had the craft glitter but they pressed it, but it's eye safe. So that's unique. And then her metallic line is really good too. Like I said, I haven't tried the Morphe shadows, but all these metallics go on really nice. But this color palette isn't super unique per se. Like you'll find these warms and other things, but the formula is really good. And these silvers, like I said, are really fun.
Yeah.
I haven't
The Jeffree X Morphe does have a couple pressed glitters, but I think it's only like a gold and a silver.
Turn you a little more.
And I love them a lot.
Yeah, you've used Morphe shadows. Yeah, people love them. I've heard really great things. So I'm sure it's similar. You could very easily probably recreate this look
with the
Morphe. Yeah. Gorgeous. So we'll do, I do the jaw. I do like a jaw contour, but I tend to do it at the end and I don't go as heavy. You can get away with a lot of contour on the cheeks and honestly even on the forehead. But the jaw, to have it be wearable, you have to go in with little fairy fingers. Go in with a softer hand. And I think there was another question. I'll go grab that in a second. Let's do the nose, shall we? Do you want a nose contour today?
Yes.
Okay. Do a little bit of a nose contour. This is a Luxie brush. This is the JD Wadey 180 nose contour brush. So it's dual-ended. Has like a flat little side to do a cream contour with. And then the other side is also angled, but it's fluffy for blending or if you did a powder contour. She's the cutest. Have you seen her Instagram? JD Wadey 180?
No, I have not.
She did my makeup for my wedding.
Oh.
I don't even think she does clients anymore. She just kind of does her own makeup and like facials and stuff like that. She's so cute. Okay. So once I get the contour placement where I like it, then I'll just buff it. So I always bring the nose contour into the eyes. And I already prepared her eyeshadow knowing we would probably contour. Like I said, I brought the smokiness of her eyeshadow almost down onto her nose a little bit. And I'm just going to really, really lightly buff that out. And I'll show you a trick for blending it. So when you blend your nose contour, the cream is going to migrate. So you really don't want to go and over blend it. Nose contours can be a little bit scary to do because it's probably the most apparent on your face.
Yeah,
like,
it's right front and center,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Like walking around day to day, like people are going to notice your nose contour. So it's like, okay, we got to blend it so good. But then if you over blend, it tends to look muddy. Mm-hmm. So I'll usually just blend away the edges. And then I'll go in like with my beauty sponge that has a little bit of my concealer or foundation and I'll just dab over top of it just so it looks like the contour is a little more natural. Get this off my hands and then we'll set you. So a funny thing, not a funny thing, but a cool thing about nose contours, usually when you see them in a photo, when you're on Instagram and you're looking at a picture, super like snatched nose contour and stuff like that, if you look in their eyeballs, they just have one little light, like one light reflecting. So if you like to do makeup and you like to take pictures of yourself and you want your contouring and highlighting to really be front and center, just do one light. So we have two right now. On Emma, well, we have a lot of lights, but we have two main big ones. So they're going to add sort of a shine on either side of her nose. But when I take her thumbnail picture, we'll turn those off and we just do one focus line. And then you can really see the nose contour and the highlight look a little more slimming in the way we want it to. So fun nose contour fact. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set everything. So this is just a translucent powder. This is the RCMA. Gonna lightly dust. Oh, and you like totally don't even get creasing under your eyes. Usually I have to set the under eyes right away, but I didn't on you. And we're gonna go in, once I go in with the mascara, I'm gonna smoke out under her eyes a little bit too. Do you get oily?
A little. It like depends on the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like in the T-zone, just a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Oh, my stomach's growling. I'm sorry. Not even hungry. Okay, we're just going to set that, and then we'll go in with some bronzer. So I like the Hula bronzer. Just going to contour a little bit more. Okay, question about tubing mascara. On Sephora, Blink mascara has terrible reviews claiming formula change. Ooh, that's one I like. Do you recommend any drugstore tubing mascaras? That's such a bummer. I love the Blink one. Trying to think when I feel like I got mine a couple of months ago. I don't know when they reformulated it because it's my personal one. I don't use it in my kit. I actually don't. I don't know. Tubing mascaras are a little bit harder to find because I don't think they're for everybody. Although for you maybe, because they don't lengthen quite as much as a normal mascara and they don't thicken quite as much as a normal mascara. I talked about them in one of my other videos. For those of you guys that don't know what tubing mascaras are, the mascara creates a little tube around each of your lashes. So when you wash your face, the tubes like slide off. Have you heard of them?
No.
So they're great for people that don't like waterproof mascara, but they get a lot of transfer. Like my eyes will, like my mascara kind of ends up under my eyes throughout the day. It just does. But with the tubing mascaras, it doesn't. So that's why they're good. But like I said, they're not the most thickening or the most lengthening. So not everyone likes them. But sorry, I don't. If anybody watching, if anybody has a drugstore tubing recommendation, please leave it below. Because I would like to know too. I'll have to Google that actually. I'm curious. See if they make it. Because sometimes people don't even know. I remember going into a Sephora. I was in Ireland though, and I was like, "Oh, do you guys have tubing mascaras?" And they're like, "What?"
What's going on?
They're like, "You American?" I'm like, "No, I promise it's real."
Americans and their weird terms.
I know. It was funny. Okay. I love like makeup in Ireland because everyone is super, super natural there. Or they go like all out, like orange cut crease, like crazy, like I loved it. Go ahead and look up. It's fun to see in different places.
Yeah. It's either really natural or really glam. There's no in between, right?
They love that, the very cut crease style. I don't know. I think we have people watch from other places. What's makeup like where you live? What are like the trends? It was like 3 years ago when I went to, so it could be different. That was just what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw like not a lot of people wearing makeup. It's common everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But then the girls that would wear it would like, it was amazing. It was like a masterpiece on their faces. It was intense. I loved it. So I'm just taking a little buffing brush and we're going in with that darkest brown from the palette and we're going to smoke it all the way under her eyes. And we've already pre kind of contoured that area with that black liner, so we've already got some depth going on. So I just want to bring it down. Go ahead and look down. Here, I got a little watery when we were putting the lashes on you. Do they feel like they're poking at all?
Yeah, a little.
That corner's lifted, that's why. Go ahead and look down for me. So sometimes if your eyes water when you're putting on the lashes, and it will cause like one of the corners doesn't stick really well, and it lifts off. So this little corner didn't fully dry on because our eyes are watering. It'll poke you, and people think it's actually like on the skin, and that's why it's poking you, but it's not on the skin, and that's why it's poking you. So keep looking down for me why that gets tacky, and then I'll go ahead and put it in, and it won't poke you anymore.
Yeah, no, this eye is super fun when we're trying to put on fake eyelashes. It's never working like it should. It's great, right?
That I wanted to water when I was plucking your brows too. I feel like that eye slightly watered. This eye, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do like a peach blush today. This is called Warm Soul by MAC. It's a bronzy blush with a little bit of peach. And I like it because it's an iridescent blush. It has a shimmery finish. So it'll go kind of with the glow that we're doing on you. Blush textures are really, really fun to play with. A lot of people don't think that. You just pop some blush on because you want the color of it. But it's really fun. Like cream blushes give a little bit of a sheen and they look really natural. If you use a blush with a little bit of shimmer in it, it looks really beautiful on the skin. So it's fun to play around with these things. And since you have such a good skin texture, we are just going to have so much fun highlighting. I'm just going to highlight everywhere because I can.
Because you can. Oh, I love highlighting. I had my aunt and uncle, they're like, what do we get you for Christmas? And I was like, a highlighter. Just give me all the highlighter.
Which ones do you like?
I haven't really found a brand that I'm like in love with yet. But I just tend to use whatever shimmery eyeshadow I can.
Yeah.
And just like take that on.
And that works so good too. Just the eyeshadows. I actually love highlighters as eyeshadows.
Yeah. Goes back to the glitter, but like more sheen, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're gonna use the Anastasia. This is the Glow Kit. This is the Sun Dipped. So this is good for this look. It's very golden and bronzy. So I'm going to take a little fluffy blending brush. Not that one. Let's do this guy. I want like a teeny little tip. This is a Morphe. This is M156. And we're just gonna go on the inner corners of your eyes with the highlight. Put a little bit of a bronze. So I also did the nose with the Hourglass highlighter. I did a line down the middle and then a little dot on the tip. But that's one of the things in camera you guys really aren't going to be able to tell because you're seeing all the light reflected all the way across her tip. But when I switch the lighting for the photo, you'll see. A little bit up here under the brow. Sometimes the pop of shimmer under the brow is really fun. You don't want to go overboard with it though. Okay, I'm also going to take, this is a dual-sided brush. I'm going to go to the fluffy side and we're going to go into this bronzed color. Go ahead and look up for me. And we're going to bronze under her eyes. Do some glow under there too. And then we'll pop on some mascara and that will help kind of complete the eyes, and then we'll do lips. I think I'm going to do a very nude lip on you today, like a brown base.
Let the eyes be the main focus.
Yes, so let the smoky eyes stand out. Oh, hi, Sim. Sim says here in Germany, I feel like most women go rather natural, but a lot of teens try full face makeup. I guess as teens, it's a way to try and really express themselves. Yeah, it's so fun to play with makeup when you're young. I would say it's probably common in most places for most people to be kind of natural. Cream blush as eyeshadow is so pretty. Ooh, yeah, that's a good tip. That's good to do. I always forget to do that, but it's very beautiful. Oh, Ashley says, yay, you used the Tati palette. Thank you. You're welcome. That might have been Ashley. Somebody requested it, so we used it, and it's gorgeous. We're loving it. The only thing we did on her eyes that was not the Tati palette was the Sun Dipped from the Anastasia Glow Kit that we just did under her eyes. But in all honesty, I think there's a shade in the Tati palette that's really similar. So this was the Sun Dipped. It was bronzed. And I actually think in the Tati palette, yeah, it's very similar to this row. So this row of dark browns, this metallic row, this color would have been almost identical. In fact, I'll add a little bit of it so you can see. Go ahead and look up. Yeah, super similar. Actually, a little bit more reflective, which is pretty. It's really fun to do like a shimmer under the eyes because most people don't think to do it, but it's really pretty. It just makes the eyes look really glowy. Goddess eyes. Okay, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's do your mascara and then we'll do your lips. Sometimes doing like a very brown neutral lip is really fun. It really changes the looks because the lips have so much natural pink to them. All right.
Yeah, I probably use brown lipstick more just because I do like to focus on the eyeshadow and stuff.
Yeah, you do the nude lips.
Yeah.
You have pretty eyes. It is kind of fun, like you were saying. Well, wearing the mask, you can really like play with your eyes. Go ahead and look down for me. I was like, we were getting ready to go out to eat the other day, and I was like doing my makeup, and I put on like lipstick and lip gloss, and like,
no.
that was so dumb because you can't wear gloss under the mask. It like touches it. And there's no need to do
there's
lipstick.
just like no need at all. It's just like hides it all.
Where do you work? You said you do wear at work.
So I work at a Hoagie Yogi Inn, and so it's right by where I'm going to college.
Aww.
It's great. Yeah.
Look up.
Yeah, it's a super small business, and so he's really been hit hard by the quarantine. Yeah.
This is in California. I didn't know California had Hoagie Yogis.
Yeah.
I did not. I thought they were only in Utah.
It's actually the last one. It's the last.
In California or anywhere?
Anywhere. He's like the sole owner now.
Really?
Yeah.
They have the best sandwiches.
Yeah, someone from Texas drove all the way here just to get yogurt. They were like, I missed it so much.
Yogurt. Oh, I've totally never had yogurt from there. I've only had like their sandwiches.
Yeah, so we have like a yogurt machine where you have a base of vanilla or chocolate, and then you're able to add mix-ins. So we have like frozen strawberries, frozen bananas, and then like M&Ms, or like one person put in animal crackers, and I was like, whatever you want to do. So yeah, it's really fun.
Oh, you make me want ice cream. Producer Kelly, we need to get ice cream.
Yes, I can get you guys a discount.
Oh my gosh.
I'll get you a discount. It'll be good.
I'll totally come visit you. Oh, your bottom lashes are so long. I'm doing 2 coats of mascara, and really, you can go to town. If you're doing a smoky eye, you can really get in there on the bottom lashes. I just don't like it when they look clumpy. I like a lot of mascara on them. Like, I like them very black and even long, but I don't love the clump on the bottom. Because there's just so few that we only have like 1 layer of bottom lashes. So it looks like you have like just a random fat lash if they're clumpy.
Yeah. But I work the rest of this week and even Saturday. So I work.
We'll come visit you.
Yeah, I work from open to close on Saturday. So if you want to.
Wow.
Yeah, but because we have different hours because of the quarantine, so we've been getting not as much business. So we're only open from like 11 to 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a normal shift. This is Sandstorm. This is by NYX. Have a newfound love of NYX liners. They're so great. They just last forever. And you know what's funny too is I either list my products in the description bar or I link them for you guys, but I try to always have them there in my newer videos. And this lip liner that I'm using is the #1 purchased item. It's like the #1 clicked on and the #1 purchased. So this is Sandstorm. Just a really great nude. This is really great for that brown undertone. Brown is there's like very much so like a brown lipstick trend going on right now.
Yeah.
But can be a hard color to pull off in a way, like just if you don't have the right undertones, like you still need a certain undertone, otherwise it just kind of looks like dead lips, or you know, I don't know how to describe it. It looks off.
Yeah. If I'm going like a more smoky eye or something, and then I have the brown lip, my mom's like, you just look emo. And I'm like, thanks.
That's funny. I'm sure you look adorable. It's fine. I like it. It just looks like something that is like looks so cute now because it's trendy, but then won't look cute.
Yeah,
in
like later
years.
you're gonna look at it. You're like, why did I do that?
Isn't that so funny? It's funny how like in the moment it's like, no, this will like always be cute for sure. My husband and he was talking about like baggy jeans because you know how those are cute now, like the mom jeans. I think they're super cute, but I haven't found like I don't love them on me. And he's like, I think they'll look weird in like a couple of years, like pictures in the mom jeans. It's funny.
What?
Like, oh, you just don't understand fashion. No, I'm just kidding.
You just don't have the eye. Yeah, I really like the high-waisted jeans. So it's like skinny jeans, but like high-waisted. That's what I like.
Same. They're so cute. High-waisted jeans have been cute for like, people have loved them forever. Like, I feel like that's going to be a hard trend to let go.
Yeah.
Because they're more flattering. Same with like hair, like grown out highlights.
Yeah.
Those have stayed popular for so long, like way longer. Like hair trends come and go. You see them leave pretty quick. Like having worked doing color in a salon for a while and stuff, I would see that. But that trend is like latched on
Last.
because you don't have to get your hair done as much. Like we don't want to let it go.
Yeah.
Like, we're into that. We'll do a topper. We'll do a gloss maybe. This lipstick has a bit of a sheen to it. So sometimes I don't do a gloss. Sometimes I do. Still am on the hunt for like the perfect lip brush. I always use like a couple sizes. I'm gonna check in the comments while I do this. Lena says, girl, you look gorgeous. You, Emma. Very pretty. Your eyes look amazing. Linda says, your eyes are amazing. You look so stunning. Oh, and you're making people want frozen yogurt.
Yes.
And Ashley is going to have to try out this look with the palette. It's beautiful. Yeah, I love it. I really like that palette. It's neutral. It's like her basics, her volume 1, like all her like very wearable colors. But she really nailed it with the undertones of these browns. And I think it's a great idea. I actually love like the OCD in me, or you know, if you're into organizing and stuff like that. It's a very nice palette because, like I said, it just has all the, like only 5 tones, but then it has a different finish for each one. So it's fun to create a look with it. Especially if you like monochromatic looks. I love it. So it's fun to like do the same shades on the eye, but like all these different finishes. If you guys have requests of other palettes you would like to see tutorials on using the full palette, let me know. I think those are fun to do. Like, as a working makeup artist, I tend to just depot so many of my palettes and just sort of grab whatever shade I know will work. But I know that for everyday people, it's like you more just like to have a couple palettes and do a lot of looks from those. Go ahead and close. Gorgeous. Let's do a little bit of a gloss. This is White Russian. This is by Buxom. I love these Buxom glosses. They are fabulous. White Russian is a pinky nude, but we're just going to put it sort of on the top and have it be sheer. So let's add a little bit more glow, and then we will show Emma her look. We'll do the reveal. So I'm going to go back into the Sun-Kissed palette. I'm going to mix Summer and Moonstone together. And we're just going to highlight the higher parts of her cheekbones. Turn for me. The Anastasia Glow Kits, they're very reflective. So if you like highlighter, these are super highlighty, which I like. They're fun on camera. I like wearing them when I film my hair tutorials because it's like the side of your face a lot, and I think it's cute. The glow.
Yeah, that little glow, yeah.
Okay, we did do a before video of Emma, so I'm going to curl her lashes a little bit, but we will in 1 second flash her before. I'm obsessed with curling lashes. Like, go ahead and look in the camera. Like, you can see how much more open the eye is after you curl it. Look forward for me. We curled her natural lashes really good before we put on these strips. And that actually was enough. Like, because we pre-curled her own lashes, it gave these extension strips, whatever you want to call them, it gave them a lift before. But because Emma wears glasses, look down a little bit, I just know these lashes are going to hit her lenses, and so if you curl them, it's going to help out. In fact, I have a whole video on my channel for tips for makeup with glasses, so I will drop that below and link it for you guys if you wear glasses too and you would like to see it. Okay, so before video, if we haven't flashed it, let's flash it. You can see beautiful Emma's before and after. Miriam says she looks so sun-kissed. Apollo is quaking. I don't know what that means, but that's so cute.
So it's the sun god in Greek mythology, and she actually she thinks I'm the daughter of Apollo because like I have a lot of like deja vu and like dreaming something and seeing it, and he's also like big into that, and then like that kind of stuff.
That's cool. You are so right. You are totally the daughter of Apollo right now.
Thank you.
He would be very pleased with your golden glow. Barbara says, gorgeous girl, Emma. Oh, Linda, I'd love to see looks from the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. I will have to look that up. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, and can you link the glitter glue too? Yes, I can. It was the next glitter glue. I will link it. Laura says, gorgeous. Always fun to watch you live. Thank you so much. More comments on your eyes. And more yays for Huggy Yogi.
Yes.
Okay, so this is gorgeous, gorgeous Emma. Oh my goodness. Let's show her. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. You can hold it if you want.
Wow.
You are so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Oh, I love it so much.
Aw, you are so great, Emma.
Thank you.
for modeling for me. You are stunning, stunning. Gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are the absolute best. Thank you for joining us. And thank you guys for hanging out with us in the comments. It was so fun to have you. We will be back again live tomorrow. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.